so wonky, colour Eileen. Greetings Planty people, or welcome back to my jungle. So I've been away for a week, so I've been to Italy and I need to basically just do a lot of plant chores. I've also got a moss pole to install. Yeah, just lots of little bits and bobs. So here's some growth updates that I've been absolutely loving since I've came back. Roll the montage. So how have you all been doing? Have you been enjoying the nice warm weather? If you did, where you are. As soon as I got back from holiday, it's just been raining and grey, so I'm officially ready for autumn now, feeling spooky, feeling good. I reckon I should start with the big job first, get it over and done with. I enjoy doing it, it's just a lot of effort. This is getting caught and everything. This is my gorgeous Mycons, which may be a melanochrysum according to my friend, but I'm still not sure. It might just be a very happy Mycons because wow. And I got this from B&M. If you're not from the UK, it's just a big shop where they sell basically everything just cheaper than the average, and I always have a check at the plants because sometimes it's amazing. I got a variegated alocasia from there once. It's also where I got my squamiferum from, and I also got this. And it's been growing up my wall for a while now, and as you can see, look at those roots. They're like little whiskers, and it's begging to be in a bigger pot and a moss pole. So shall we check the roots out? Well, I wasn't expecting that. It's like a little orange slice. So I'm just gonna go set up my potting mat because I'm a messy bean. Okay, so I've repositioned the camera. So you can't really see, but I'm just using my prop box as a little table. Maybe one day I'll do a prop box tour, but it's not quite ready yet, and also it's messy. Well, I mean, I guess that's the point really, isn't it? You could wear this as like a little garland fashion. So the moss pole I will be using is a Big Daddy one. Because I want it to grow to its full potential as it's such a beauty. So with that in mind, in theory I need to have a bigger pot. So I think I'm going to go for this because this will take up most of the room anyway. This is the really awkward part because it's almost touching the ceiling as I'm in the attic. Anyway, let's get those roots. Carefully squeeze it a little bit. It's gonna be quite a task as the roots have done this spherical situation, but just simply pour some of the soil off. I repositioned you again because you still couldn't see it, but carefully. I'm actually glad to repot this because the soil is too soily, if you know what I mean. They're all quite tangled on its bottom, so this may take a while. Actually, that didn't take as long as I thought. Carefully. It's all coming out of one hole. And there we go. Ooh. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a melanochrysum or just a classic Mycons? I mean, either way I'll be happy. I love both. I've always been a big fan of Mycons. I've got 2 other Mycon plants. This would be a third if it is that. You don't necessarily have to get all of the soil off, but this soil is... So I'm going to get as much off as I can. And don't worry if you knock some of the roots off. They're quite hardy, these ones are, so you should be okay. Just don't chop loads off. I don't know, the more I look at it, the more I'm not sure. I might use this soil later and mix it with just a buttload of perlite, chunky mix goodness, because I don't like to waste, you know? Now for the tricky part. Now you're gonna watch me struggle to repot this with a moss pole. Some people glue the bottom of the pole to the bottom of the pot, but I don't know if I'm too lazy for that. I think I'll be okay. I'm going to be using just the chunky soil mix from Soil Ninja, as always, because it's nice that it's already mixed. It saves you mixing it all yourself and making a big old mess. So as I've always said, I like to fill it about just under an inch in the pot. Also forgot to say, this moss pole is pre-soaked. It started to dry a little bit, but I'm just gonna spray it loads when I'm done. I really need a trowel, don't I? Good thing I've got my vacuum next to me. Okay, I think I'm almost done with the soil. Seems stable, but I'm gonna just kind of push the soil down around by the pole. Also, it started raining a little bit heavier, so enjoy the free pitter-patter ambiance. I love the sound of rain. It's like, as soon as it starts to rain, I just want to lie in my bed and read. I just think it's so cosy, light a little candle with a little cup of tea or a coffee. Okay, I'd say that's pretty secure now. I'm just gonna scrape some soil away, and then we get to do the fun part, well, my favourite part, swirling it up and pinning it on. So question, do you, when you pin them to a moss pole, do you make it go round or just straight up? Because I usually just kind of swirl it around because I feel like it has more surface area, but because this one's so tall, I might just have the main stem go up here and then the little ones just... Does that make sense? So we want it facing this way, don't we really? Don't we? That leaf is massive. Beautiful. So we've got some baby vines here. Now which one of these? Okay, definitely this one. Definitely this one. I might just plop this on the floor without the prop box so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got my pins all ready. You can just use string. I do that sometimes if I've run out, but this seems pretty stable. I think I've done a banging job on that. So, because this is such an awkward one, oh actually it almost reaches the top, doesn't it? Well, I guess I could always make it go back down again, couldn't I? Yeah. So because this is such an awkward one, I like to just loosely pin. Oh, there's a little spider. Hello. I like to loosely pin. I know you can't really see, but loosely pin the top one. And don't worry about all the leaves facing different directions. It will kind of sort itself out. But oh, look at that insane root. And you want the roots to be kind of touching pole itself, because that's how we're going to get it to train to adhere itself. So who makes their own moss poles? Because I haven't actually got into it yet. It seems a little bit daunting, but I've been doing some research. I've been asking me friends, and it doesn't seem too hard. It's more the fact that I don't know where to get all the supplies and ingredients. Obviously moss, but you need like acetate sheets. You also need kind of like chicken wire, but plastic, and then just things. I just get overwhelmed. So many things. If you've never used pins before, it's a little bit fidgety, but I just kind of go around the stem, and you want to pin down because that's the direction of the pole. How good does that look already? And I've still got another big stem to go and a few little babies. It's so beautiful. So beautiful, especially when it taps me on the nose. So what's your favourite trailing plant? I think definitely micans. I do love a Cebu blue though. That's a beautiful one. The classic satin Scindapsus, love. Because it's so easy as well. I've had one for absolutely ages. Like when I was just getting my Planty bearings, when I was like, I don't know what to do. I'll just water it every so often. And it's honestly about 3 meters long now. Yeah, then I think I'm gonna have the last few little vines just kind of crawling around. They can do what they want. Okay, I think we're done for now. Obviously, once it starts to get used to the pole, you can move things around. It'll grow better. Just try and keep it spritzed. I'm gonna maybe, if I can fit, maybe put like a little water bubble on the top, like I've done before my epiprem. I don't know if you can see that one. The roots will kind of latch on to it, so if you can get them to stay upon the moss, I usually tuck them in a little bit on the stringy bits. like that. Do you see there? But here's the bottom. So it's bushy at the bottom. We love a bushy bottom. And carefully show you. I'm going to give this a big water, and I think we're done with that one. Only took me 10 minutes. I think my next little job is I got this variegated Haworthia from the garden centre, and it wasn't labelled as variegated, so as soon as I saw it I was like, So I found with these, you can just quite simply pull them off, and then you pop, oh, there's another baby. And then you literally just pop them in whatever kind of substrate you use, moss, water, if that's a substrate, and that it will just quite simply root. So I think, oh, look at these. There's like a little variegated bouquet. They might be a tad too variegated, so I don't know if they will survive, but I think I shall pop them in my prop box and I'll let you know how they go. I've had to adjust my camera again. Please ignore the fact that I've got a wonky moss pole. It's actually two little ones, and I've tried to tie it all together and stuff, but it just wants to be wonky. But can we just appreciate this variegated Epipremnum pinnatum, because that leaf, gorgeous, gorgeous. But while I've been away, it's grown this whole thing in a week. Can you imagine? So I'm just going to carefully pin it on while I've got my little pins out. I'm just going to train it to go back down, to be honest, because I've got no room and it's already on two scraggly poles. There we go. I've been giving it more light, as you can tell, and look at the payoff. She's so wonky, call her Eileen. My last little job is I have a million of these tiny little alocasia propagations, because I got so many bulbs when I saved an alocasia at the garden centre because it was half price, and I thought, I'll get a million babies. And now I am up to my neck in alocasia babies, and these are all poly, and from my experience they love being in a really tiny pot. And I have, where's it gone, the alocasia mix from Soil Ninja as well, and I just thought let's give it a go. Put a little bit in the bottom. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got so many more. I've never been able to keep the mature one of these alive, but now that I've got more experience of alocasia, as they're one of my favourite genus, I thought I'll propagate a million of them, see how I get on. That's it really, see how I get on. If you propagate them in a big tub of perlite and moss, so easy. I really recommend you do it. Look how cute that looks already. I was going to put it in the semi-hydro mix, but I've run out of little pots to put it in, so just normal alocasia soil it is there. And there we have it, a beautiful little arrangement. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna go and tidy, which may take me a long time. Let me know what your favourite trailing plant is, and let me know if you think that's a melanochrysum or a micans, because I still don't know. So have a lovely day, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.